Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you so much for allowing me to share a little bit of Israel with you. This will be our last opportunity to do that. We're leaving for the airport in just a few moments. You say, Pastor, you look so warm and comfortable. Well, the sun's out, it's afternoon. Usually our tapings have been very early in the morning and it's been overcast, but today is an absolutely beautiful day. In just a few hours, we'll be leaving for the airport, but let me share one last thought with you out of Mark chapter 12. The Pharisees and the Herodians had come and made a challenge to Jesus about paying taxes to Caesar, and Jesus had answered in a way that they couldn't refute. And now the Sadducees took their turn to come and again challenge Jesus. Now the Sadducees were sad, you see, and I love to say that. The Sadducees were people who did not believe in the resurrection. They were the religious elite. You didn't join the denomination of the Sadducees. You had to be born a Sadducee. It was part of the ruling religious class. It has nothing to do with the Levites or anything biblical, but it was part of the ruling religious class. They lived in the wealthiest suburbs. They were part of all the corruption and all the horrible things of religion of that day. And Jesus came and stood against them very strong. This was the family, if you will, of the high priest and all of his relatives. The Sadducees did not believe in a resurrection. And I want you to see a very simple thought. And that thought is this. When people don't believe there's any future, when people don't believe there's any eternity, you're going to find horrible sin and corruption all around them because they don't believe there's any consequences in the future. They believe that this life is all there is. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we may die. When people have funny eschatology and they don't believe in the resurrection, they don't believe in an eternity that is determined by how we live in this life, you're going to find that sin, they think has no consequences, so for them, everything is wonderful. The simple thought is this. Your eschatology, what you believe about the future, what you believe about life after death, what you believe about the prophetic events in the world to come, these things affect the holiness of your life. The Apostle Paul was very clear about our faith in the rapture and the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ and how it causes us to live a holy life. I want to challenge all of you. Do you believe in life after death? If you do, it affects how you live right now. Do you believe that Jesus could come at any moment and take us home? Begin the marriage supper of the Lamb for 7 years during a great tribulation period on this earth? If you do, it affects how you live. I'm standing in the middle of a city that, according to prophecy, will have a great earthquake and split it into 4 sections. This is a city in which the 2 great witnesses from the book of Revelation will walk through and bring plague and disaster upon. And when they finally die, their bodies will be left in the streets, and international news crews will come and broadcast it around the world, and the entire world will give gifts to each other, and it'll be like a second Christmas. This is a city that when we walk among it, we see the future. This is a city that right over there, the Mount of Olives stands, and Jesus will put his feet upon it and split it in 2, and a river of living water will come out of it. It is beautiful to walk through this city and not just see the past, but remember the future. There will be a day when the entire world will be ruled by Jesus from this city. We'll look forward to you coming with us in 2014.